Hey, how's it going? It's Walsh here, sick as always. Welcome to episode 3 of my Ruthless SSF run on the Settlers League. So, Pyroclast mine is definitely falling off in a pretty dramatic way. It's not so much that the damage is bad, it's just so awkward and clunky to actually damage something, especially if that thing is moving. But on top of that, I desperately need Minefield or Charge Mine, so hopefully we'll get that. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you near the end. So I have been pretty lucky when it comes to getting support gems this league, which is really nice. I got Mirage Archer, which feels awesome. I have quite a few gems, so I have a few options if I do want to reroll at some point. Of course, I'm not allowed to reroll unless I complete a red map. However, I can reroll if I am rolling into another Saboteur. But at this moment, I have no intentions on doing that unless I drop something crazy. Like I said earlier, Minefield and Charge Mines are the dream. Skitterbots would also be nice, but I would much rather have Minefield than Skitterbots. I got a Kirak mission, which is awesome. I have two of them now, but I don't have a scouting report, so I kind of don't want to waste them. And once I complete this tier 4, I just need one more. So I'll have my 2s, 3s, and hopefully soon my tier 4s done, which will feel pretty amazing. I got commissioned officer, so I have a higher chance of getting Kirak missions, and I finally got a tier 7 map runner. So the lowest you can possibly get the death chance to is 1%. So you're always going to have a 1% chance of your runner dying, unless something changes drastically in the future, like maybe like the higher tier ones actually let you go below that, but I doubt it, which makes sense to be honest. You shouldn't be able to have 0% risk. I did confirm that the map runners can get maps in the maps that they run, which is pretty awesome. I'm not saying that's going to happen reliably or even often, but it's just cool to see that it can physically happen. I'm going to go ahead and do a 3-to-1 here, and we got Lightning Pen. How wonderful. I didn't realize I had enough red gems to do a red 3-to-1, so I did that. And we got trash, but you know, it is what it is. Got some more ships coming in, nothing too crazy, but I'm sure everyone already knows this by now. But the ships are absolutely insane. I know that running the food is pretty much the best one to do, but I keep I like to experiment with the league myself and figure out what I'm going to do. So I just keep messing around with it. The thing with the map runners, so far, I'm not really getting any crazy loot. But what's really nice with the map runners is you can just fully dump everything they give you into your disenchanter and use that just to get a bunch of the blue essence stuff, whatever it's called. So it's kind of convenient to be honest with you, and it's right next to each other, so that's nice. And if you don't want to do that, what I would recommend you do is just take out all the rares and you can sell them to whatever her name is, the heist lady, right next to the map runners, which is really cool. And I got a cold iron point. I am only missing one piece of gear, and one of the characters I want to make this league is is very possible. It's very possible. I don't want to talk about exactly when we're playing yet because it's way too early. But I have a lot of dreams this league of several characters for skills that I've never used before. I also got my first support gem from a map runner, and right after that, I got my first unique. So yeah, I like the map runners. I think they're worth it. They're really fun, and they're definitely not better than ships, but they're not meant to be. Not only are the map runners way faster, like they come back faster, but it lets you dump all those really trash maps you were never going to run anyway. And that just feels nice. I really like it. I am desperately hoping that we get to have this league mechanic go core in the game. But I don't know, man. It's kind of too big, so I don't know if they will, but I hope they do. I got my first scouting report, which is awesome. Went and did a pit map, which is rare and corrupted, so whatever tier it is, it should be completed. But spoiler alert, they did change how Kirak works on Ruthless. So, but in the past, like pretty much forever since Ruthless started, maybe not the very beginning, I don't remember exactly, but you could just do Kirak to complete all your higher tier maps basically for free and get free completions. That is not the case anymore. You have to have the same tier mission. So, like for example, if I wanted to do that pit map, I'd have to have a red Kirak mission. Now, I might be wrong. Maybe you can do it with yellow. You could do one tier up. Maybe you just can't do two tiers up, but I doubt it. I'm sure it has to be red, but we'll find out eventually. Hopefully soon. I did get my last tier 4 from Kirak. At this point, I wasn't sure if you could get any completions from Kirak, so I was kind of worried. But I'll tell you right now, you can get completions. It just has to be the correct tier. I got a soul res like you just saw. I have no intentions on using that right now, but I mean, I rarely ever have intentions on doing anything. I kind of just do it when the opportunity presents itself, so you never know. Anyway, my tier 4s are done, which feels really nice. So now I just need to do my tier 5s, and I'll be done with the white maps, and I will be very happy. So not only am I getting a bunch of support gems for minions, but as you saw, I got Soul Rest and I got Triad Gloves earlier. I don't know what's going on, man, but I have no intention on playing minions. But if it keeps up like this, I might just have to. Anyway, I got a bunch of maps done with the map runners, and I sped it up a little bit. But as you saw, I pretty much just got some rares and some blue items, which is totally fine. Even if that's all I get for the majority of the loot, I still think map runners are worth it. I completed the tier 5, working our way down to get some shaping nodes. That is that helmet is actually an upgrade. I will keep that. I don't know if I'm going to put it on right now. Okay, I'm putting it on. Never mind. So I went and did a bunch of my tier. Well, I mean, I say a bunch, but I had like 3 of them. I went and did some tier 5s. Normally, I wait until I have pretty much all of a certain tier before I run it. But I really just want to get these last few points because I really need to get some shaping nodes so I can get higher tier maps more often. I vowed the tier 5 I had a duplicate of, and it turned into a tier 6, which was great. But the map was pretty rippy, and I was stupid enough to try to run the ore on this map, and I died like 3 times. So once again, deleting all my XP because that's just what I do. Got some more runners here, nothing too crazy. But honestly, like I said before, free loot is awesome. Got another map return here. It's going to feel, I think it's going to feel way better. Like, if it already feels like this right now doing tier 1s, I can't imagine what it's going to feel like when I'm like dumping all my like tier 7s, tier 8s into it, maybe transmuting them. That's another thing I want to test. I'm going to wait until I get to higher tier maps. So I want to test, I want to do like 20 maps with that just white, pure white, and then do 20 maps with transmuted and stuff like that. Just see how it goes to just see what the loot really looks like. But anyway, was just farming some more tier 5s. The dream right now is hopefully to get charged mine. And for a second, my heart stopped. I was like, no way. But it is charged traps. I'm going to be honest with you. That might make me reroll. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am starting to hate this skill. And you know what it is? Every time I play mines, it's not so much that I hate mines. I just hate how they feel when you don't have the correct setup. It's just so tedious to play for me anyway. This is just my opinion. Like you have to not only do you have to throw them, you have to prime them all, and then you have to move for them to activate. Now, yes, you could avoid that by just having the detonate on your hotbar, but like if I'm playing mines, I don't want to have to do an additional button if that makes sense. And I'm already doing like 4, so yeah, I don't know. Not having a good time with Pyroclast Mine. It is strong and it does pretty good damage, but it just feels so awkward. And sometimes it can be really hard, like especially if there's a big pack of mobs. You would think I would be good at that. You would think it would hit all of them, but not really. My ship gave me an Exalted Orb, which is pretty ridiculous, and I have no complaints. This league is 10 out of 10. This is awesome. Look at all this money. Like, it's just currency. It's just currency nonstop. Look at this. I've got 4 fusings. I've got some alchemies. Like, it's a good time. The map runners, of course, can't compete with all the currency, but again, that's not what I need them to do. Look, I got a rare tier 1. What the hell? They're giving me a bunch of rares, giving me map returns, giving me stuff to vendor, giving me stuff to disenchant. I really think they're worth it, but again, I just want to stress this because in global chat, this is what people are talking about, how it's not worth it because it's not better than ships. It doesn't need to be better than ships. They're 2 very different things, and as you saw right there, you can even get oils from your map runners, which is pretty fantastic. Now, at some point, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to have one ship never send food, because I really do want to experiment with the different ores and see what kind of stuff I can get back. But for now, I'm just going to keep doing that. Anyway, I did a little gem swap here. I got overcharged, which is totally useless for me. But it is what it is. Anyway, though, I re-rolled. I apologize if anyone is sad to hear that, but I re-rolled. I had charged traps, swift assembly, and I had fire trap of blasting, which I have never played before. And as I think I got this day 1, I believe. I can't remember. But as soon as I saw this gem in the lab, I was like, I did not know this was a thing. At first, I thought it was explosive trap, but no. This what's cool about this gem is it has the effect of the enemy is ignited. It does a ridiculous amount of flat added fire, and the gem itself has 260% damage effectiveness, which is wild. Now, because like this is a new skill, while I was leveling, I wanted to try something new as well. I tried leveling up with normal fire trap, and that was hell. Don't do that. Do not do that. I tried. My plan was to level with fire trap and then get flamethrower trap and do that and just see what it was like. I did that until like the end of Act 5 or right before the end of Act 5, I think. It was horrible. Horrible. I hate to say it, but it was worse than Icicle Mine. Actually, that's not true. That's exaggeration. Icicle Mine is probably the worst thing I've ever leveled with. Icicle Mine was worse than Cleave. That's all I could say. But anyway, I switched over to Fire Trap and Blasting, and it blasts, dude. It straight up does. It does ridiculous damage. It looks awesome. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I was gonna add something else, but there's nothing else to add. I have charged traps, so I throw really fast. I crit all the time. I don't know, man. This is awesome. I don't even think I've ever looked at this skill before, and I don't know why. I got through the campaign in 6 hours and 1 minute. I died 20 times. I'm going to tell you right now, literally like 16 or 17 of those deaths were using the normal fire trap. The whole plan was I was like, all right, we throw the fire traps out, and then we kite stuff, and then we have flamethrower trap to kill rares. It did not play out that way at all. I would throw the fire trap, the mob would run past it, and then they would beat me senseless. So it was a bad time. If there was a way I could like CC everything, because let me tell you something, Bear Trap in theory sounds like it could slow stuff enough to keep you alive, but it rarely can do that. Anyway, though, I was able to charge the ore even like right off the back of the tier 2 map almost completely and actually clear it very quickly. Just for perspective on that, my Pyroclast Mine character right now at level 79 can only charge it to like 60 or 70, and then it takes way too long to kill. So already this character is no joke, doing like 4 to 5 times the damage of my Pyroclast Mine, and it's way more consistent damage. I don't have to wait to like throw like 20 of them and then detonate. I can just walk and throw stuff and everything blows up. It's a pretty nice time. I will say I'm definitely squishier than the other character. I did help, what the heck is his name? Creighton or whatever. I got the movement speed instead of the flat HP. And the reason I did that is this character does so much damage. I was just hoping to like map a lot faster and kind of be a little more dangerous. But I do plan on taking a lot of health on my tree, so hopefully it'll balance out. Got a GCP for my map runner, which is pretty cool. And I deleted an alchemy. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I am level 71, 51% of the way to 72. My health is pretty low right now, 2500, but to be fair, I am wearing some absolute dog shit right now. I mean, that's not too terrible. Helmet is trash, my boots don't have life. Gloves are pretty trash, my belt is good. I did steal the gear from my other character. This one is pretty nice, this one is kind of abysmal, but even with these really bad stats on my weapons, or weapon, this one's pretty good. Fire Blast does a ton of damage, and I also don't really have to worry about the quality too much, to be honest with you. I probably won't even quality it at all. And I am on a 4 link, and to be honest with you, while I was leveling, I was lucky enough to find an inspiration. So technically, if I could get a 5 link, I could slap this on, and I would do crazy damage, and it would help the mana cost dramatically. I'll probably eventually get Eldritch Battery, but to be honest with you, right now I don't really need it. Without I do have Clarity, I do use it, but even without it, I'm at 20 mana regen, and I think I'm at like, what, 70 or something? Let me check here. What do we got? What's going on? Let's see. Okay, I lied. I'm at 54. But still, it feels really nice. I usually don't have any problems, and the single target is so high that the boss usually isn't alive long enough to, like, waste all my mana, so... I don't know, man. So far, I'm loving this character. I'm really happy I rerolled. Getting charged traps at first maybe sacks. I wanted charged mines. But now I'm just really happy that it happened because this feels so much better. So much better in every single way. The only like way this build is worse than my other one, and that's only for right now, is my health. And my next 3 points are all health notes down here. I'm going to take Revenge of the Hunted, which is going to be great. That's going to give me a lot of health. I have all the little points I can get. I'm going to take this one right here. I came down here and got Herbalism or whatever. So yeah, I'm having a good time. And after I get the health notes, I'm going to take Heartseeker. Then I'm going to come up here and take Doomcast because I'm basic as hell. And it's going to be a good time. That's all I could say. I did, of course, take Disciple of the Forbidden. I might take the Mastery to make it so I'm immune to... I can't even think. So I'm immune to Shocked or whatever. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. Because to be honest with you, for a while I thought I would take the percent increased damage for Endurance, Frenzy, and Power Charges. Because I do, in fact, have 5 Power Charges, 5 Frenzy Charges. But even with that, I don't know. I don't think that note is too worth it. I would like to eventually run like automatic Enduring Cry, but they did change Call to Arms, so it's not like in Ciosa anymore. So yeah, I'd have to drop it. Anyway, my plan right now is just to do a lot of farming, level up this character, yeah, run some more maps here. I kind of deleted a lot of them testing with the map runner, but we should be fine. My map or my atlas is pretty good. And oh yeah, like currency is insane. 22 alchemies, 3 chaos and exalted, 20 chance orbs, 17 fusings. If I find like an evasion ES 6 socket base, I'm just gonna throw all these fusings on it. If I get a 5 link, I'm set. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I see you tomorrow.